I'm just gonna fold, I'm gonna call out the names and then I'm gonna fold them in and we'll put them in the lucky hat and then I'm gonna select the winner. So the first one is Hair by Krista, 85. Krista Drummond. Fold you up, put you in the hat. John Kelly, Johnny K11. Sara Malarkey. I like that last name, Malarkey. Mia H. Renee or Mia Renee. Turner Syndrome Fashionista, aka Charlotte. Sarah Baez at Super O Tia. Curt Hench, aka Curt Diamond. Alistair Valadez. Toya Hutchinson. Muse Lizzie. Liz. Anastasia X. At Anastasia X. And the Haunted Hippie. Okay, so it is now 3:33. So I'm going to select the winner. We're going to shake up the hat. Mix them up. Okay. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to pick one. I'm actually picking two, so here we go. One. Two. Okay. The first winner is Toya Hutchinson. And the second winner is Muse Lizzie. Very awesome. Before I did the contest, I asked my spirit guides to select somebody who really needed and would benefit from the kind of reading that I give. So hopefully they get it. So, and this is my first time doing a live, so I decided why not do a live reading as well. So I'm gonna do a live reading for everybody that entered that did not win the actual contest. I'm gonna pull a card for all of you, and I will save the video in my highlights, so you guys all get a little mini reading as well. Okay, so Muse Lizzie and Toya Hutchinson, congratulations. And I'm gonna go with the first mini reading. And I'm gonna just select whatever card I'm drawn to, and that's gonna be yours. And Anastasia, I know that you are very intuitive yourself, so I'm gonna pick a card that I think you would benefit from. And I actually have to get it out of my box. Hold on a second. There's a couple of more advanced cards that I use, and I think you will benefit from this. So this is for Anastasia X, at Anastasia X. And I'm pulling from my Ascended Masters deck. So this will be a message for you. And if you're watching this reading and something I say resonates with you, then the message is also meant for you. So I have a feeling that people that are drawn to my channel or drawn to my readings are on a similar soul journey. You guys are on a similar wavelength. You guys understand these concepts that I talk about, and if you don't understand them, they resonate with you somehow in your subconscious. So the first one is for Anastasia. Nice, good. Okay, so this is for Anastasia. Fire dragons. Dragons are the fourth dimensional elementals. They can access and transmute heavy vibrations that angels cannot reach. Archangel Gabriel oversees Thor and his fire dragons. You are asked to send out fire dragons supervised by Gabriel to consume negativity in places and auras. Then ask Gabriel's angels to replace the lower energies with shimmering diamond of pure light. Call on a fire dragon to transmute any stuck energy in your aura and to light you up to a higher frequency so that you can radiate enthusiasm and joy. And the affirmation is, I invoke fire dragons to clear my path to ascension. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about dragons. And fire we know is about passion and transmuting things, sort of like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And 7 and 9 are the most spiritually evolved numbers in numerology. 7 is about spirituality. It's about seeking your inner truth. It's about seeking the truth beyond what is beyond the illusion, beyond the veil. So whenever you get when you see 7, it's reminding you to look beyond the veil of what you're seeing. Really pay attention to what is going on around you, so you can see beyond the illusion. So. And dragons, though very scary, they serve a tremendous purpose. They are very protective. Yeah, so that is for you, Anastasia. Okay, I'm going to move on to John Kelly. And I know, John, you were very enthusiastic to win. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. So I have a feeling I'm going to draw one of my crystal cards. Highest vibration, highest good. What is for John's highest good? Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to go back a second to that past card that I read, because like I said, I have a feeling that if you're watching this, you guys are all resonated in a similar, it's kind of like the flower of life, right? You have, the core, and then you have the petals, and you guys are all this petal in that flower of life. So a lot of the readings might mesh with another. So how I just read Anastasia's, and we talked about transmuting things into the diamond light. So John's card was Herkimer Diamond. And if you don't know about Herkimer Diamond, it is actually one of the strongest substances, minerals in the gem world. And it's great for dreams. It's pretty much an all-purpose crystal. I have a little tiny piece of it. It's very expensive. Not as expensive as a real diamond, but just as powerful and just as beautiful. If you actually look up how diamonds are mined and withheld, and that's how the price value is, you will understand that all gems and crystals, to me, are a similar value. They're just mined and harvested in a different way. So I'm going to read Herkimer Diamond for you, John, if you are watching. And even if you're not, you can come back and watch it in the thing. Okay, so this card has shown up for you today as a sign to pay a little more attention to your dreams. Dreams allow you to release and let go of old, stale emotions and thoughts while you sleep. You also receive messages, signs, and symbols that bring insight and healing to your life. The devas are encouraging you to intuitively discover the meaning of your own dreams and be open to the wisdom and healing that they share. Dreams are interpreted in a variety of ways by different people. However, the most powerful way to unlock your own personal meaning. Exactly. The crystals are offering healing to you while you sleep and bringing powerful messages through your dream state. It may be wise to keep a journal to record your insights, your dreams, and your inspirations. This card could also indicate that it is time to put more focus on your own dreams and goals and begin to bring them into fruition as you pursue them with renewed passion. Okay, John, I have a feeling, aside from having these dreams that come through, you know, not knowing what they mean. You know, we go online to look at dream journals, and it's pretty much the same interpretation for everything. We have to look beyond that, because when we do that, what we're doing is we are putting a lid on our box, and we cannot extend beyond the box. Hold on, I'm reading what this says. I can't understand what that means. Sorry, I call you insight and help. What do the cards say? Huh. I don't know what that, I don't know. I'm going to have to get back to that. So, if you're just joining, I'm doing little mini one-card readings for the people that entered my contest for the free reading. So, I'm reading John Kelly's right now. I'm going to try not to read this thing because it's throwing me off a little bit. So, if there's questions, I'll come back to them at the end of the readings. Okay, so Curt Diamond, we're going back to dreams. When we dream, there's subconscious triggers from our own, there are subconscious things that are coming up, and only we can decipher them. Yes, we can look to dream books and stuff like that to help us understand the dream, but in the grand scheme of it, it is up to us. So if we read something in a dream journal and it doesn't resonate, it's like we're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to fit. Let's see. Both, Chris. So whenever I do readings, sometimes what's coming through, it resonates in a way with me. Sometimes it won't resonate with me for a few days or something. And sometimes what I pick up in another's reading resonates for somebody else. And I call that the sacred flower of life. We're all connected. So if everybody who's watching right now is somebody that is connected in some way, it's kind of like is it 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon? I don't know what that's called, but it's like that. We're all connected. So yeah, going back to John Kelly. So dreams. And I also have a feeling, John, that you are used to helping other people with their dreams and not focusing on your dreams. It's like you're making everybody else's dreams come true, but you're not focusing on your dreams. And I have a feeling that has a lot to do with fear. And you're getting the answers in your dreams, but you're not able to decode them just yet. So I highly recommend a dream journal with everybody. Anybody that has dreams, even if they don't mean anything, if it's just like it doesn't resonate, keep a journal, because you'll come back to it 6 months from now and you'll be like, I get it. I get why I dreamt that. And as you start piecing the pieces together, you're able to understand them even more to an extreme depth that you weren't able to understand them. Okay, moving on to, that was Curt Diamond for John Kelly. Okay, now we're moving on to Curt Diamond. All right, Curt, so here's your mini reading, and for you, I'm also going to pull I'm going to do Sacred Geometry for you. So this is for Curt Diamond, if you are watching. So Sacred Geometry. When we look at something in the geometric pattern, it is a subconscious archetype for our DNA, and it unlocks codons in our DNA strand. So we might look at it and we might not see anything just by looking at it, but it is absorbed in our DNA. It is like a secret language. The earth is encoded in these secret patterns and things. It's like the Matrix. I whoever watched that, whoever created that, whoever wrote that, they were very connected. They understood some things. And even if they didn't, when we are creating, we pull from source things that we don't even understand what we're doing. Like when we create music, or when we write, or when we're creating art, this stuff comes down through source. And we don't know what it means, even sometimes when we're doing it. But it's deep. It's very deep, and it always has meaning. Everything has meaning. Okay. Frequency. That is yours. Curt Diamond. Frequency. That, when you look at this pattern, it unlocks a codon in your DNA. I know it sounds silly, but once you begin to understand frequency, energy, vibration, light, sound, you will understand exactly what that means. So, frequency. 54, which is 9, which is all about the completion of a cycle. I feel you're completing a cycle now. So, this is for you, Curt. The energy of frequency helps you remain within your own energy. Quite often, we conform ourselves to others, thus raising or lowering ourselves to a frequency that isn't ours. By proclaiming your truth with love, you will start processes that may influence others. More unity will be visible. Absolutely. And I know a lot of people tend to do this. So, Curt, if you're watching this, do not lower your frequency to others. I know sometimes we feel that we have to put ourselves into somebody's level, and this also includes drinking alcohol, doing drugs, all these types of things that, when we go out, we get overwhelmed by the energy, so we want to bring ourselves down to their energy. This is saying don't do that anymore. Do not do that. Look at that pattern, and look at this pattern. It almost looks like a drum set. It's pretty awesome. So you got the drum, da, 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 and the key. So you have the key. You understand. And it's about not letting others, not conforming, being your authentic self, not conforming to others. This includes family members, this includes friends, this includes anybody. Stay you. So you have a deeper understanding of frequency, and that's got to do with music as well. I'm not sure if it is Edgar Cayce, or I think it's Edgar Cayce, and he says, when you understand music, you understand the universe. So if I have any musician friends that are watching right now, you might understand what that actually means. When you really understand music, you understand life. Yeah, okay. That was yours, Curt. Moving on. So, Mia Renee. Okay, Mia Renee, let's see what you get today. I'm going to pull the unicorns for you. Whoa, this one fell out. Practice. So, for Mia, the best way to be good at a skill is to practice, practice, practice until you get it right. Indeed. And this also is coming through musically, like learning a new instrument, something about practicing and dancing. So I don't know if you're into something that has to do with music or dancing or both, but this is telling you not to beat yourself up about how far you've come, because you started, and you started there. You've gotten further than a lot of people have gone, and I think you beat yourself up about because you feel like you're starting too late, and you're not. You're starting right on time. Everything is for divine timing. You're doing everything exactly when you should be doing it. Like I'm doing this reading today. I really to be honest with everybody, I've been super depressed this past few days. I had to put our dog to sleep, and that really affected me in a way that I didn't think it was going to affect me. Not Frankie, our other little dog chappies. And I don't know, ever since then I've just kind of been like, she got to ascend, and here I am, I'm still here. But I really had to push myself to do this reading and to do this, because I was just going to call the winners. I wasn't going to do an actual reading, but I was guided to do it, so here I am. And, you know, everything in divine timing. And Mia, practice. And I'm going to read the little description for you, because I know it has a little bit more of a message for you. And it says, do you want to know why some people are really good at sports, music, or art? They practice these skills a lot. This card is a sign that you need to practice a skill that's important to you so that you can be really good at it. As you practice, some days you'll feel stronger than others, yet you'll notice that your skills improve the more you use them. So have patience with yourself and your teachers. It may take time for you to learn how to do something in the best way. Practice really is the best way to improve your skills. As you practice, you'll learn new ways and methods. You'll also enjoy yourself more as you get better and better at your new skills. So whether your dream is to paint, write, dance, sing, or do crafts, practice is the one way to make your dreams come true. Practice. And this is not just for you, Mia, this is for everybody. If you want to get really good at anything, you practice. And I know sometimes it's a pain in the ass, and you're just like, I really don't want to. It's about really, you're doing it for your highest good. It's almost like when you don't want to exercise, and you exercise and you feel good afterwards, and you're like, yeah, I'm really glad I did that. The same with practice. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, Mia Renee, moving on. Super OO Tia, aka Sarah Baez. I think I want to pull I'm going to do a soul journey card. So this is the message from Sarah Baez's highest self. I asked for Sarah Baez's highest self. What is the message she needs to know right now? Envy. Okay. Immediately I'm seeing almost a jealousy of other people's journeys. Like comparing yourself to other people's journeys, how far they've gone versus how far you've gone, or maybe sometimes a frustration that people are catching up to you in a sense. You know, there's so many times that we feel alone and we want people in our lives, and then when they finally get there, we don't want them in our life. We're like, almost like a hermit, a spiritual hermit of sorts. So, hi Mia. I just read yours, so as soon as the video is over, you can go back. I did just a mini reading. So as soon as this video is over, I'll put in my highlights and you can fast forward to your section. Okay, so I'm gonna get to envy here, but I'm also seeing a lot of passion for what you do and what you want to do in life. But almost a feeling of envy that everybody's getting there before you. Like, I wish I could be there already. But divine timing, I say that a lot because it took me many, many years to understand divine timing because I'm very impatient and I always wanted things right now. And I've learned patience. That was my one thing, and everything will happen in divine timing. So it says envy. You must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interest. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. And boy, do we not want to do that. It's a lesson that I've really had to face my lessons in the mirror and say, I really need to learn, like patience. That was one thing that I really needed to learn, because I didn't want to have to come back and do it again. Truth, spirituality, having faith in something, that was my other lesson, my other karmic lesson. If you follow numerology, you will kind of understand what your challenge is and what your learning lessons are. Mine were patience and faith. And I'm learning to have that. Not just faith in a higher power, but faith in my own abilities. Faith in my abilities to create. And you need to have faith in your abilities and not envy anybody else's, because your journey is it's a unique individual snowflake. It's like a snowflake. And it's different than anybody else's. It may seem similar because you're learning similar lessons and you're on a similar journey, but everybody is different. We've all experienced the same but different. It's like looking in the mirror, you know. It's the same but different. Okay, so that was Sarah. Moving on to, you're welcome, Mia. The Haunted Hippie. Okay, so this next one is for the Haunted Hippie. Like I said, I may be reading everybody's little mini reading, but it might resonate with you. So feel free to listen to all of them, or you can come back and listen to it'll be in the highlights. Okay, so the Haunted Hippie, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a goddess one for her. Okay. San Latino. Artemis. What it's interesting about Artemis is that I did a reading, 2 readings in a row, I think, for the Twin Flame community, and Artemis popped up. So you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected and guardian, and that's what Artemis is about. She has this bow and arrow to fend people off, but rarely does she need to use it, because it's almost like a light protection around you. You're very connected to nature. You're very connected to the elements, you know, fire. You have fire, this fiery passion. And you worry if your family's going to be taken care of. You worry about that a lot. And it's about letting that go. Everybody is taken care of. Everybody has their guardians, you know what I mean? And worry is not going to make it not happen. If you worry, it's almost like putting that energy of making it happen, because the universe doesn't know, I don't want. The universe just knows the energy of the intent of what you're saying. I don't want anyone to die. All it's hearing is die, 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 die. It doesn't know those other words. And words are spells. So we have to be careful when we're worrying, over worrying about things. But I'm going to dive deeper with you, Haunted Hippie, later on this one. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Sara Malarkey. Okay, so Sara Malarkey. I love that name. I'm going to do a shapeshifter card. One of my favorite decks. I use these a lot. If you've seen my post, you know this deck. Jasmine Beckett Griffith is an amazing artist. Someday, I hope she writes my book. So, Dragon popped up again. So everybody that's watching this reading right now, you guys all have some similar connection to diamonds and dragons. It's been the energy that popped up as soon as I sat down. So, imaginary friend, 15 is 6. It's all about family. Childhood treasures resurface. And, you know, red is about passion. And we have these butterflies in there. It's about transforming from who you were to who you want to be. And it's talking about your passions and the passions that you had as a child that you no longer have that you forgot about. It's not that you don't longer have them, that you forgot what you were passionate about. And I'm thinking about this because, you know, tarot readings and stuff was a passion that came to me later on in life. Numerology, all this stuff came later on. But when I was a little girl, I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a singer, you know? And I just never had faith in those abilities to make that happen. So I started this spiritual journey, and then this came to me. So I'm passionate about this. I really like helping people. But whatever you do that you're passionate about, as long as it's fulfilling you, then go for it. If it's not fulfilling you and it's not making you happy, then it's time to stop. It's time to find what really makes you happy, because you didn't come to Earth to have this mediocre life of, you know, the worker bee, of going to work, going home and having the weekends off. That's not what this life was meant to be, and it was hijacked at some point, you know? So 15 is 6. It's all about family, nurturing yourself and nurturing others. Let me see. Oh, what's this one? Yeah, 16. Oh, 15, sorry. So, a childhood friend from long ago returns. She knows your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look at you, at your reclaimed treasure, and say, what are you doing with that person? Don't trouble yourself. The truth is, they too have old things that may seem obsolete and sentimental to them. If they have become so distant from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognize their value once again. So yes, things that it's almost like the spiral. I'm getting the image of a spiral. And going through the spiral, you come out and you see the light, but then you go inward to rediscover things that you didn't understand, or that you neglected, or that you weren't grateful for. And now you're coming back and you're like, I get it. It's the aha moments and revisiting old things that we didn't understand and looking at them with fresh eyes. And that's what this card is about. It's about revisiting old friends, families, memories, and seeing them with new eyes. As we begin to awaken, we see things differently than we did. I know that I go back and I read posts that I made, or I watch movies that I've watched, and they have a totally different meaning to us than they had before. So, hi Johnny. You didn't win the grand prize, but you did get a mini reading that I did at the beginning of this live video. I will have it for you in the highlights when the video is over. I'll save it in the highlights, and you can come back to it and see your little mini reading. So that was for you, Sara Malarkey, the dragon, the imaginary friend, revisiting your old things, and don't stay stuck there. You know, it's like when you're going through a storage unit and all the things that you didn't appreciate, now all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I was looking for where was this thing? But you didn't even know that you had it. It's been there, right? So revisit old things, because I have a feeling you're going to find a treasure that you didn't know was there, and it's going to have answers to a clue that you've been looking for a while. Okay, so, and like I was saying, John, I'm doing the little mini readings for everybody that entered the contest, so maybe one of the little mini readings might resonate with you. It's just a 1-card pull, so feel free to continue watching. Okay, so the next one, this is for Charlotte, Turner Syndrome Fashionista, who, yeah, Charlotte, I have guided to do a crystal card for you. Music, spirit quartz. If you've never seen the spirit quartz, it's beautiful. If you ever go to like a crystal store, highly recommend spirit quartz. And I know that you're into all that stuff, so that's a beautiful synchronicity for you. If you're watching music, music is healing. Music is the answers. Music has the answers. That's why I do a lot of music. What do you call it? Like the shuffle song. I do the music shuffle song thing because music has messages. Even in the mundane, you will hear something that you need to hear. But I'm very discerning of the things that I listen to as well. You know, it depends on what is the repeating chorus. Is it something that uplifts or brings you down? You really, you know, words are spells, so we don't want to play music that is going to bring us, lower our vibration in a sense by having us repeat a verse that is not of a higher vibration, you know? I'm going to give an example for this. Beck, I'm a Loser. When that song came out, I remember that I used to sing that song all the time, and I did feel like crap a lot of the time. I did feel like a loser. I did feel like, why am I feeling this way? And it's because I kept repeating that verse over and over and over again. You keep repeating these things that are not of our highest good. Even though music is great, the song is great, it's a great song, it's just the message was not something that I wanted to embed into my subconscious mind, because it took me a long time to remove that programming from that song from my head. So, spirit quartz, music. And this is for you, Turner Syndrome fashionista, Charlotte. The Devils of Spirit Quartz share with you that music is very important aspect of your healing and life at present. Yes, music heals. Seriously, music heals. Music is one of the most powerful healing vibrations within the universe. It transcends the mind and penetrates deeply into the heart, bringing all types of people together in this creative expression of love. It is time to invite more music into your life. Dance and allow the music to fill every single cell of your being with joy and happiness. Open and receive as the musical devas play their healing sounds and songs, and feel yourself awakening to the new depths. Feel the harmonic tones soothing your soul, gently guiding you back to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Listen, play, sing, and work with music in all areas of your life, and allow it to activate, heal, and inspire you. Feel it open new doorways within you, allowing you to express yourself. If you have been thinking about pursuing a music career, this card has shown up today to share with you that it is the perfect path for you to embark upon. Yes. This is awesome. And Spirit Quartz is great for balancing your chakras. If you are having imbalances, it's a great stone for that. It's really beautiful. So that was for you, Charlotte, and I'm sure that was for a lot of my musical friends on here. So, okay, moving on. So that was for Charlotte. I think we've only got a couple more to go. Hair by Krista, 85. Krista Drummond. Wait a minute. I think, yes. Okay, these are my two winners. So I got two more to go. I'm going to do, for Krista, I'm going to do one of the Jasmine Beckett Griffith cards. And I have one more after that. Alistair, you will be last. Save the best for last. All right. Krista, Love is Strange. Strange Valentine. Anytime I see that little blue guy, I always think of the Nephilim. Little Nephilim guy. So, and this is like this almost like loving yourself, finding somebody who is just as strange as you, in a sense of somebody who's just as weird as you, who understands you, who you know, gets you. Because I know it's hard to find people that resonate with you and who you are. But yeah, this is it's like a little blue walrus guy. All right, Love is Strange. Lots of red there, lots of passion. Oh, here it is. Strange Valentine, 27. So that's 9. That is the completion of a cycle. That is either finally not being stuck in this weird limbo anymore. You may experience a massive surge in emotional energy and new romantic beginnings. So it's very likely you'll attract, encounter, or simply bump into someone who reawakens long-lost feelings inside you and who may not be your type. Hooray! You wake up feeling bright, aware, dynamic, and sometimes feeling giddy with delight. This is very good news. Love is indeed strange and wonderful. So I'm also seeing be your authentic self. And the person that is coming into your life is not somebody you would expect. Like, you wouldn't expect that little girl to be with that blue monster, but hey, love is strange. So that was for you, Krista. Okay, and now we are moving to Alistair. We're going to do the Ascended Masters deck on this one. Whoa. That flew out fast. Neptune. And I'm going to do also a Sacred Geometry to go with it, because that Neptune flew out fast. Illusion. So we got Neptune and Illusion. Hi, Suze. Okay, so this is for Alistair. Neptune. It's 19, so it's the beginning of something new. And we know that Neptune is, you know, the god of the ocean and intuition. So it's a very intuitive card. Neptune is the planet of higher spirituality, and the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within its ascended aspect. You are blessed, for you only receive this card when you are ready to receive their information. Your guidance is to tune into your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. Archangel Sandalphon oversees this center. He nurtures your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you are waiting for. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist your ascension journey. And the affirmation is, I attune to the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria held in Neptune. So, and we also got the Illusion card. It's a actually amazing card, and it's all about passion, and this color is very passionate. It almost even looks like, have you ever took a picture of the sun, and you know, you got the picture of the sun, right? And there's always this like little ball that always comes in. It's almost like it's trying to merge, and it's almost the merging of the masculine and feminine aspects, the yin and yang, finally merging it together. And that's what I'm getting with the Neptune card. Finally merging the aspects of feminine, masculine, and becoming and creating the Trinity. That light in the center. Let me see what Illusion has to offer us. And I know that it's I'm getting just like being able to look beyond the illusion of what is happening. Almost like me, where, you know, I get depressed and because I see beyond, and it's like, I just want everybody to be able to see what I'm seeing. Because if they saw what I was seeing, they would make a change, right? It's like, open your eyes and see what's happening around you. You know, for our children, for our children's children, we want to change. We want this new earth. And I'm seeing that with the merging of the Sacred Geometry card. So Illusion is on page 30. We know 3 is the master, it's the communicator, and 0 is the God number, and it's being able to communicate, almost being the voice of God in a sense. So having the ability to channel source. The energy of illusion makes you aware that you can only find safety within. Stop clutching at straws, for they are delusional certainties. The truth is a process of evolution. It is constantly changing. It is. So, you know, what we believe to be true at one point, when we look at it now with new eyes, it's no longer true, right? It's like, it changes, it evolves, because you have more information now that you didn't have before. Before, it was minuscule. It's almost like, let's say Pro Tools, right? You're working on Pro Tools, and when it's zoomed in, you're only seeing certain aspects. You're not seeing everything until you start zooming out and seeing, okay, I'm seeing the whole song now. Before, I was only zoomed in here, and I wasn't able to see as much as I was able to see. So now it's zoomed out, and now you're able to see more of the bigger picture. You're able to appreciate things that you didn't appreciate before, because now you have expanded awareness. It's an expansion. So that is that. I love that, Neptune. I don't think I've ever pulled Neptune for somebody, so that's pretty awesome. That's a good one. And that's a good sacred geometry one. So, okay, everybody. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching, and congratulations to the winners. You're welcome, Alistair. Congratulations to the winners, Muse Lizzie and Toya Hutchinson. I will be sending you guys each a private message because I need to get some further information for your numerology charts and for your natal charts. So I'll be sending you guys a message today, this afternoon, and I will work on your charts sometime this following week. It's okay, Johnny. If you come, I'll save this in the highlights so you can go back to it and watch your part. I don't think I remember which card I pulled for you, but oh, I think it might have been. Oh yeah, it was Herkimer Diamond, which was pretty awesome because we were talking about dreams, and what this card is about is, you know, we start having these dreams and we're trying to figure out what they mean, right? So we go online, we go to, you know, dream dictionaries and all this stuff. And yes, they have interpretations, but it's always best to find your interpretation, because what means something to you might not be what like you'll be reading something and it doesn't resonate because that's not particular to you. Like certain things are only mean something to me and not to other people. So when I see them in unison or sequence, it's only a message for me. So it's about finding out your particular message, and as I was saying as well about dreams, like helping other people with their dreams and forgetting about your own. We need to stop doing that. We need to fulfill our dreams as well. We need to move forward with what we're passionate about. And yes, it's okay to help others, but don't get lost in the shuffle of helping everybody and not helping yourself, because you have dreams and passions too. And we don't want to forget them. We want to continue moving forward with our dreams. Don't get stuck on other people's dreams. And do a dream journal. I always say this. Dream journals help you understand the dreams that you're having, especially if you have recurring dreams. I know I've been having a weird dreams these past couple weeks lately, so I don't know, a lot of people might be having these weird dreams as well. It's almost like the dream is an alternate reality because it's mundane. It's like just everyday stuff, like I'm washing dishes, but the house looks slightly different than the house that I'm currently at. It's like little things. And in the dream state, we tap into these alternate realities. It's almost like you're tuning into a channel and like, what channel do I want to wake up to today? You know, and in the dream state, lucid dreaming, you're able to live that life in that dream. Like once you realize you're dreaming in a lucid dream, you can do whatever you want in that dream. You can fly, you can, you know, win the lotto, whatever it is. But I highly recommend a dream journal for everybody. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful. Let's see, I had only today showed me a single spiral. Oh, I was just talking about spirals earlier too. You might have missed it. I was talking about what the spiral means, right? So the spiral, it's like we're going inward and we come out and then we go back in to rediscover things that we had thought we understood. And now, hi Sarah. We rediscover things that we thought we knew. It's the spiral. We go down the staircase and we come back up and we're like, whoa, okay, I didn't get that then. Now I understand. And that's what the spiral means. Anytime I see the spiral, it's asking me to have a new understanding of something that I thought I understood. And now, love you too, Sarah. It's saying, let's look at it with different eyes, because as you evolve, as your third eye begins to awaken, you start seeing things slightly different than you did before. It's like new vision. If anybody's seen the movie Twilight, you remember when the vampires wake up, right? And now they're seeing everything. It's like, whoa, I'm smelling everything differently. I'm tasting everything differently. That's what happens as your third eye begins to awaken, because now it's creating a new sense. So everything is heightened just a little bit, and you're seeing everything just a little bit differently than you did before. You're appreciating things that you didn't appreciate before. One thing that does that is losing somebody. When we lose somebody who passes away, or somebody, they're never lost, they're still here, but you know what I mean. We have a new appreciation for things. We look at things, it's almost like everything has a purpose and a meaning, and we look back to all the things that they wrote. We look back to all the things that they ever said. We watch videos, we look at photos, and now we're seeing things differently than we did the first time we saw them. Like, let's say we're looking at a photo of somebody who passed away, and hey, I never noticed that watch they were wearing the first time I saw it, and now it means something, because now it's like snowballs into, oh, I'm seeing things that I didn't notice before, because now I'm appreciating them more, because they're not here anymore. So we want to find these answers. We want to find reasons, for everything. And that's a good way of doing it. Really revisiting things. Not revisiting them in a sad way where we're longing and we're missing and we're crying, but revisiting it in a way to understand it now. We want to understand it differently than we did before. So that's what, anytime I see the spiral, that is asking me to revisit something that I didn't understand before. If it's something that's hurting me, I want to revisit it and understand it. Okay, so does anybody, I can pull a card for somebody. If somebody wants me to pull a card for them, I can pull one. Okay, if not, I'm gonna do one quick, one of these. Whoop. Whoa, okay. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So, thanks, Johnny. I appreciate that. Imagination. So, I'm reminded of the song by John Lennon, Imagine, right? So, imagine. What our third eye does is it creates our reality. As we begin to tap into that, we are now able to create the reality around us. So, what we need to do is imagine things. That's why dream boards and things like that are very effective. We imagine them, we feel it, we almost feel it as if we're there. And that's why guided meditation is good as well. Because we are using our third eye to see something right here. So whenever we're envisioning something, that's using our third eye. And we may not even feel that we're doing that, right? You don't close your eyes and you don't see anything. And you're like, oh, then my third eye's closed. No, third eye is not just visualization. It's feeling, it's hearing, it's tasting, it's seeing, it's our senses heightened. Clairaudience, clairsentient. So look out for all those things when wanting to create your reality, when wanting to create good things happening in your life. Imagine them happening. Feel them happening. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What's the emotion I'm feeling? Really feel it. That's key to manifesting things that you want in your life. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm gonna actually read the little booklet for it. By its very nature, the physical body is limited by the 3 dimensions, but your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is the great creator, and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real, and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to only have positive thoughts, and you will attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life and imbue those thoughts with love, and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. That's why you don't want to ever worry about things. You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm just going to finish this one and I'll be done. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for other people. It is your soul opening up and singing its own unique song. Yes, singing is a great way. Even if you can't sing, just clearing out your throat, screaming into a pillow, really moves that energy out of your throat into your third eye so you can really see things clearly with more clarity. Okay, well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm truly grateful for everybody that took their time today to watch. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Johnny. Adriana, thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. I love you guys. Bye.